Our theme is always prepared. But in your hearts, revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. 1 Peter 3, verse 15. Today we're going to do a shield based on that verse. But before we begin, I want to do some brainstorming. Anyway, these are the things that we'll be using. We have a watercolor paper, some scratch paper, a pencil, a Sharpie, and then some colors. I'm going to be using watercolor paint for my colors today, but you could use colored pencils, crayons, markers, whatever you have around. Now, on my scratch paper, I want to do some brainstorming for my project. I'm going to do mine with Sharpie, but feel free to do yours with pencil. I just want to make sure you can see mine a little bit easier. I want to write the theme at the top of my paper just to kind of help remind me of what we're focusing on today. Always being prepared. So I'm going to write always prepared at the top. And then I want to think about different ways or types of preparation. So I'm going to think about maybe how I could be spiritually prepared to give an answer for the hope that I have. I was thinking maybe I could talk about being mentally prepared. So I'll write mentally here. And then I was thinking maybe emotionally prepared. So feelings that I might have that could help me be prepared to give an answer for the hope that I have in Jesus. And physically prepared. So how can I be prepared in my life? Now, to help with this project, I wanted to come up with some symbols or images that could represent some of these different things. So spiritually, I was thinking, how could I strengthen myself spiritually, right? How could I be strong? And one way, of course, is by going to church, right? Visiting God's house is so important to being strong in my faith and spiritually prepared for whatever life has. Also, of course, having my Bible here. So I have an open book that should represent the Bible and reading the Bible to be spiritually prepared with whatever comes our way. I was also thinking of maybe talking to God in prayer. And so maybe I could make kind of a sleeve here with a hand that looks kind of like a mitten. That's the easiest way to draw it. And then maybe another hand that looks like a mitten right next to it, like praying hands. So those would be some different things that could show spiritual preparedness. Now, mentally, so I'm thinking things that I could do mentally to be prepared. One thing would be knowing God's word and maybe like memorizing Bible passages, right? I'm thinking that most everyone could mentally say John 3:16, for God so loved the world. Or I was also thinking about knowing songs, right? Memorizing songs and singing them would be a good mental way to be prepared to give an answer. Another thing would be emotionally. So this is like feelings, right? I was thinking of a heart to show love to others and showing love in my life. And then I was also thinking of being like peaceful. So maybe a dove would be a good symbol for peace. Something like, a dove flying. So I'm just going to try to keep it really simple. And then how can I be physically prepared to give an answer for the hope that I have? Well, I could make sure that I'm taking good care of the body that God has given me by eating food that's healthy, right? So I'll throw an apple on here, but feel free to use another picture of something that you might eat that's good for you. Exercise is so important for our physical well-being. So I'm going to put a little weight here to show maybe some exercise, maybe drinking water, right? Staying hydrated is really important to be physically prepared for whatever God has for us. So those are just a couple simple things. Now, there's some other things that I was thinking about too. So I'm just going to add some more symbols down here on the bottom, and you can decide where they might fit in the best, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or physically. So the first thing I'm going to add here is an anchor, right? There's a good Bible passage about being anchored and how our faith is an anchor. And so I'm just going to draw a simple anchor here. Another visual reminder might be a lighthouse, right? Being like a light to others, kind of letting our light shine. And so that might be a good one to use. Let's see, another thing that I could draw that might be a good symbol would be a backpack, right? I think of a backpack as a way to be prepared for school. I've got all of the things that I need inside of my backpack ready to go. So this could be like your spiritual backpack, or, have that ready to go and packed up. Let's see, another symbol that I might want to draw would be, how about if I make a circle and add the directions to make a compass? I've got north, south, west, and east. And then maybe I'll add like a wavy line around it for the outside part of the compass. I think of a compass as like guiding my direction or my path, and just like God kind of guides our way. So that's kind of a nice symbol that I could use. I could also do something like a scroll. So a scroll, back in the day had important writing or laws, things like that. So if I know maybe the laws of God's word, or maybe you could, think about this as different passages that you carry around with you wherever you go. So that might be a good symbol to use. I could also add something as simple as a pencil, right? Writing about God's word, or writing about anything that relates, or drawing too, right? I like to draw my sermon notes, and so sometimes that can help me be better prepared for, whatever may come. And I think I'm going to throw one more on here. Maybe this would be like a torch that could kind of light the way for, the path that we take. So I'm making a cute little torch there. So those are just some extra symbols. And please feel free to add your own, right? Feel free to add other symbols that you could imagine that would help you be prepared to give an answer for the hope that we have in Jesus. All right. Now I'm going to use my little cheat sheet here of all my pictures, and now I want to make a shield. So I'm going to start by making a dot at the top of my page and a dot at the bottom of my page, pretty much right in the middle. And then I want to go down just a little bit from the top, maybe like 2 inches or so. And I'm going to add dots on the side. And notice I'm doing it about a finger from the outside edge. So I'm not going all the way to the edge, but close. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these dots to make a shield. Now I'm keeping my shield very basic, right? Just 4 points. I mean, there are so many cool shield shapes. So if you want to get even fancier with your shield shape, I will not hold you back. But I just use a very slightly curved line on the top. And then now I'm following the side of the paper and then curving in towards the bottom to get to the bottom section of the shield. And I'll try to do the same thing on the other side. Now, I'm trying to make my shield the same on both sides, but if it's a little bit off, that's okay too. All right, in the center of my shield, of course, I'm going to put a cross for Jesus, right? He is the hope that we have, right? He's the reason that we have hope. So I'm putting that cross right in the middle. I made it pretty big because I want it to be a pretty big part of my shield. Now, I want to go ahead and trace these lines so far with my Sharpie to make them nice and thick. If you do not have a Sharpie or want to use a Sharpie, you could also do this in a crayon, and that would work really well. I'm going to use watercolors, and crayon with watercolor works awesome too. But I have a Sharpie, so I'm going to go ahead and trace my shield here with a Sharpie along the outside edges. And then I will go ahead and show you a little trick for the cross in the middle. Because the cross is very thin, I want it to be a little bit thicker. So instead of just tracing my cross right away, I'm just adding little blips on the bottom there. I want to put a little line at the edge of each of the parts of my cross like that, kind of like I'm adding the T, the top to a T. And then I'm going to bring that line down on the sides. So I'm not even actually going over the line of my cross, but kind of around it. I'm jumping over the middle line and I'm going all the way down to the bottom. And this is just basically going to make my cross a little bit thicker. And then I'll do the same thing for the sides. So I'll kind of meet in the middle and then kind of jump over the middle and then meet up with the other side so that my cross is now a little bit thicker. And then eventually I'll erase that line in the middle. All right, so now that I've got the basic design of my shield, I want to divide it up into 4 sections, right? One for spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. So I'm just going to use the cross as like the center here, and I'm going to go down from that, and then I'm going to add some lines that go across. And it's okay if it's not the same size, right? My bottom sections are larger than the top, not a big deal. All right, now it's up to you. So what do you want to add in each section? Pick some pictures that maybe speak to you. Maybe you want to get a little fancier with when you draw them on your actual shield. I will say this, try to make your pictures large. So really use up that space, not teeny tiny. That will make it a lot better. You could even make them so big that they kind of go off the edges of your shield. That's fine too. So I am adding a little bit more to my church. And then now I want my Bible to be even bigger. So I'm kind of doing like the front of the Bible instead of the side, just to make it take up more space. Try to challenge yourself to maybe do at least 2 things in each section, or feel free to do more. You could also add some words that you think would work, or maybe other Bible passages that you think might help out in showing how you can be prepared. So think about that. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my shield with different things, and then I'm going to trace it with marker. All right, here you can see I've added the pictures to my shield. I also thought it might be nice to add an outline. Now I know that I am going quickly, so remember you can always pause me if I'm going too fast so that you can catch up as well. But I am tracing an outline of my shield and adding any other things that I may want to add, any of the pictures from the bottom if I've got extra space, things like that. It also might be a good time to make sure that your name is on your shield. You could erase any extra pencil lines that are showing through. I still had that line on my cross, so I'm erasing that. Some of those, and then I think I'm going to put my name in the bottom corner here. I'm just going to write Elke down below so that we know that it's my shield in case I feel like cutting this out later. So that is also an option. All right, I'm liking how my shield is looking, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to paint. And I am using watercolor to add color to my shield. But if you want to use colored pencils or whatever, you could do that too. Now, as I paint, you can see that I've sped it up. I decided to use a color scheme. So I'm going with the primary colors, which are red and yellow and blue. And since I'm using watercolor, I want to make sure that I'm kind of jumping around my picture a little bit because watercolor can bleed together. So I'm trying to kind of fill in a section and then be really careful along the edges. I like starting with the biggest sections first and then going in and doing some of the smaller things later. So I'm starting with the background of the shield, and I decided to go with yellow and blue in opposite corners. And then I'm going to go and, while other parts are drying, kind of fill in the rest. So I decided that maybe The cross on the outline could be red, and then each of the things could be maybe red, yellow, or blue. So I have my water here, which is just a light blue. I'm putting red on my cross as the center. I'm adding some red in my heart on the apple. So whatever else I can do, I try to kind of make so that all of the pieces or the items could be red, yellow, or blue. Or if I really wanted, I could mix, two of them together. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish adding some color to my shield to make sure that everything gets painted in, and so that it all makes sense and looks nice together. So even like a white book, maybe I will have kind of this hint of blue showing, or a bird could be a hint of yellow. So just really watery. I added a little bit of blue and yellow to make a little bit of green on the leaf. All right. I also decided to cut out my shield, and then I can add it to a background. You could also add the Bible verse to the finished piece as well. So all of that would look nice together. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed making a shield that showed how you can be prepared for the hope that you have.